Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Arsenal Bunker. Today is another preview, and this is back again with Seb. Seb, how are you doing today, mate?
Yeah, I'm okay. Thanks yourself.
Very good, mate. Very, very good. Optimistic for the weekend. Obviously, Arsenal up against Newcastle. First game of the weekend is this game, and Newcastle currently are the worst team in the Premier League. The table ain't gonna lie. And it's quite surprising because everyone talks about Norwich being how poor they are, but Newcastle are doing even worse. But they've all of a sudden got a bit of optimism. Obviously, they brought in the new owners about a month and a half ago, and then now they've got their new manager. Obviously, Eddie Howe won't be there for the Arsenal game because he got COVID, but I bet he's really looking forward to that one because at the end of the day, he's still going to be taking charge of everything there. But let's see how it all pans out. Seb, so obviously we'll start on last week's game against Liverpool. A battering, really, sort of a humbling as well, I guess you could say, against us, 4-0 against Liverpool. And obviously we were just discussing it. And it's just, a lot of fans have different opinions about the game, but how do you feel about the game?
Right. First of all, I'm going to say the same phrase as I've said all week. No game is a free hit. Because so many people were saying before the game, oh, we can take that as a free hit. And I strongly disagreed. We can't keep saying this every time we go away to Liverpool City, take it as a free hit, because we've got to start going to these grounds and actually competing. And we did all right the first half an hour until they scored. And then we just switched off. And the way we capitulated, it was not acceptable because the way to beat Liverpool, and I did say this in the preview last week, is to go at them and surprise them. But what did we do after the first half an hour? We sat back and we just invited pressure. And then once the pressure came, you know what to do. Tavares got caught under pressure, and this is why at the start I said start Tierney, because I knew things like that could come back to bite us. Not entirely his fault because he's inexperienced and he's going to learn. The Congo made exactly the same mistake for one of the goals, but I'm just like, can we start going to these grounds and actually competing? Because if you actually look at our records against Liverpool, the last 6 times we've been there, every one has been a defeat, and at least 3 goals we've conceded. Okay, this is Arsenal because I know Liverpool are far better than us. We all know that, and they're a bigger club than us. Yes. But go there and compete. West Ham managed to do it. Burnley managed to do it. Brentford managed to do it. You can do it if you really raise your game and actually go at them. But like I said, unfortunately, it was a loss. But these next few games, we have to get right.
Yep, definitely agree. To be fair, though, when you said about West Ham and obviously Brentford, and I can't remember the Burnley game off the top of my head.
No, Brighton. Sorry, did I say Burnley?
Oh,
yeah, right.
Obviously Brighton got a point there. And then to put the West Ham and Brentford one, that's obviously at their home grounds. And for me, I think at home, I want us to beat every team at home, no matter what. I want to win every game, but obviously there are some things like a City away, like if away we're going to go. If we lose, and obviously I know this is kind of going against your free hit thing. If we lose, we lose. They're better than us. End of. But look, and obviously Brighton, this is the thing, they drew, but then they lost against Villa. So it's not, that result mean absolutely nothing. But listen, I do agree, obviously, in an extent, but then obviously with the Tavares thing about him playing over Tierney, I think that's sort of a hindsight thing because if Tavares put in a ball in the first 5 minutes and the Aubameyang taps it in, everyone would go, oh, well done, Arteta, for not picking Tierney. You know, or if Tierney would have done the mistake for Tavares, everyone would be like, Tavares was on form, why are we putting Tierney? So hindsight's a lovely thing sometimes, but listen, we ended up picking Tavares, and obviously it didn't go to plan. The whole game kind of didn't really go to plan either. I think quite a few players was quite disappointing. Obviously handing out Tavares, but then you also got to look at Partey and Sambi. Smith Rowe was quite poor. I thought Saka was actually quite good, to be honest. I thought he did bring a real big threat and delivered quite a few chances to us, but obviously we couldn't get on the end of them. Lacazette was a bit in and out of the game, and Aubameyang was also quite quiet and did have a chance, to be honest, Aubameyang. I can't remember how early it was into the second half, but I believe it was only 1 or 2-0 at the time. So if you score that, you're back in it, but didn't take it like a captain would. But we lost that. we have to move on, and I think what Arsenal fans have been most worried about Arsenal is this 10 games, and this is what I was saying to you. I didn't want people to come out of this Liverpool game, no matter what the result was, and change their opinion on anything. Because if we would have beat them, I don't want people going, "Oh, we're definitely getting top four. Let's try and push on to the no." But then at the same time,
it's one game at a
if
time.
we lost, I didn't want people to go, "Oh, it's same old Arsenal." Because at the end of the day, Liverpool are still a great side. So no matter what the result is, it's not going to justify how we are for the season. But that's what a lot of Arsenal fans have feared, and I feel like this Newcastle game is a lot bigger than what a lot of people might see it out as to be, because a lot of times Arsenal will go on like an 8, 9, 10 run, and then we'll lose about 4 in a row, and then all that hard work and then if you put all the losses together and add it all back up, you look a bit average. That's what we can't have. This is why this Newcastle game and these next upcoming technically this Christmas period, really, because now is when it starts to get hectic. Now you play on the Saturday, you play on the Wednesday, you play on a Saturday, you play on a Wednesday. So you've got to be so smart with how you do it. And this Christmas period can define how your season goes. You can be fifth, like we were. We were 15th, and yeah, we only got to 8th and 7th at the time. But you can go from 15th to 8th in a 1 month. So hopefully we can just keep, because obviously, and that means you can go the other way around. So we've got to be very disciplined and that's what Arsenal fans' problem has been for the past year or two now. It's, you can do it 5 games in a row, but then if you lose 4 in the bounce, then there's no point. So that's why this game is huge for us, I think. And if we win this, and then obviously you've got other fixtures coming up, then I'll start to go, you know what? I'm seeing a new Arsenal now. We're not capitulating, and we're not giving up all in the Christmas period and games like that.
Yeah, I think you make a good point there. This month is actually crucial, especially these next few games, starting with Newcastle, and then we go to Man United, then we go to Everton, then it's Southampton, then it's West Ham. Now those games are really, really crucial for our season, and we cannot really be affording any more defeats in that game. Yes, we can pick up a draw along the way in those, but we've really got to start taking every game at a time now, because all these other teams are starting to come back now. We were quite fortunate last weekend. They all dropped points. That's why we stayed 5th. But it ain't going to be like that every single week. So we have to take advantage starting this weekend. But all focus is on Saturday first.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And in looking at the month as a whole as well, we've got 8 games until the new year, Premier League matches, 24 points up for grabs. And you know what? And this is once again where Arsenal, we shouldn't get too angry, because let's say if we lost against maybe Man U away, you still can't go. It'd be irritating, but at the same time, if we win 6 games, lose 2, I'll be more than happy, because that is a very good amount of points to get, especially in such a hectic period. It really is. That's very good. I think that's very good. In the space of 9, 10 games, if you only lose 8 sort of games, if you only lose about 2, that's all right. That's all right. And then we'll probably see ourselves in a 4th, 5th, 6th position, and in that little mix. So,
we want to stay in that mix. We want to be the best of, because let's be honest, there's 3 teams, like we said, Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool, who are going to walk away with it. So we're not thinking about catching them. But after that, that top 4 is up for grabs because of the troubles at Man United. So this is really a big opportunity. I want us to be the best at that rest. That's what we got.
Yeah, that's literally what it is. It's being the best of sort of our category, and obviously there's quite a few teams that can be battling out for it. I think the 4 teams that I think are most likely to battle for it are Arsenal, Man U, West Ham, and even though they've just lost to one of the most random teams on planet Earth, and even though we all do banter them, I think Tottenham still do have a chance of being in top 4. Let's not. It's not thingy here. They still have Son. They still have Kane. They've got Conte. They've still got players like Reece as well. They still do have a good side. So you can't. They're only 1 point behind us. People will laugh at them all they like. They're still only 1 point behind us. Forget about this European stuff. They're still 1 point behind, and then obviously we've got Man United, Everton, and Tottenham's next 5 games are very winnable games. That includes
Yeah.
Norwich and Brentford at home. But look, we'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see what happens. It's so unpredictable. Anything can happen. It's the Premier League. But obviously, what we're saying about Newcastle, I think they still ain't got their first win, I believe, in the season. So they're really going to be, they're still going to be looking for that win. I'm actually quite nervous for it. Honestly, I am a bit nervous.
It better not come against us because I think he'll be fine. But
I think deep down we'll be fine. But I still have this little thought behind my head saying I can see it being a disaster a bit. But then I have that a lot. I think
you can't afford another banana skin.
Yeah. I think it's a must win. And I know even though I'm saying I'm nervous, I do want a goal difference winning game. I want a performance. I want at least I want to be clear. I want absolutely no doubt that we'll won the game and we smash into pieces. But look, we'll have to see what happens. Let's get into our starting 11. So I think I can't remember. I don't know how many more times I'll say this season. Probably every game. I think the first 4 players on this little list are the same all the time. It's Ramsdale, Tomiyasu, White, Gabriel, and then left back. Are you picking Tierney now?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going with Tierney as well. But it's not me having a go at Tavares or having a dig, but he's a young lad. Don't burn him out. Don't burn him out. Let him have his little rest. And then, but however, I would like to see him implemented in some of the games in this Christmas period. I think it'll be crucial. For example, we've got, I believe, Norwich away, and then about 40 hours later, we have Wolves at home.
Sorry?
In one of them,
yeah.
We've got Norwich is a 4 o'clock kickoff, I believe, and then Wolves is a 12:30 or 2 o'clock.
Yes. 12:30.
So I want to see players like Tavares in that mix because Tierney, and especially knowing Tierney, he'll probably he's injury prone. He won't be able to. I don't think he'll be able to play every single game.
At least with that, you can say we've got a good option now left back.
Definitely.
Before we haven't, it's just messed things up. But now we can say we've got a good option.
That's what the team's about. It's about having also and not having to worry too much about injuries. It's about having the depth of the team. And I feel like we've got quite a lot of that in positions. And even
not in midfield.
You say that. I still think Maitland-Niles is a good option to have on the bench. I think that's a good option to have.
I'd actually start him against Newcastle.
Okay.
I'll start him against Partey, give the Conker a rest.
That's fair enough, mate. I would honestly not mind seeing that. I really wouldn't. I think I actually probably agree with you. I think that's a good shout, to be fair. And then I'd go personally the same in terms of I'd go Smith Rowe on the left, Saka on the right. No, sorry, Saka on the right. Smith Rowe on the left technically, and then Aubameyang and Lacazette up front. But then Aubameyang sort of plays as like a left forward / striker, and then Smith Rowe sort of drifts into the middle, and then Saka sometimes goes to the left and right, and it's a very rotated team. But it's sort of like the 4-4-2. Yeah, it's a big game. It's a big game. Every game is a big game. 3 points is massive, and obviously if we win it, I don't know how many people will know this. West Ham's game is Man City, so the likelihood of them winning.
It's goal difference, so their goal difference is.
It's about goal difference as well.
Yeah,
We won't finish above, but we'll be on the same points. And if someone would have said to you, you're going into the Christmas period now, and you're on the same points as 4th place, would you take that? Absolutely, especially after them first 3 games. So look, we've just got to take the positives as they come sometimes. And that's what I say about the Liverpool games. Sometimes you got to just think to yourself, you know what, we're 5th right now. And everyone was saying, we're probably going to finish 8th this year, maybe 9th, maybe 7th. Look, let's keep going with this. Let's keep going. It's a long season, but I want to get your prediction set for the game.
3-1.
3-1, okay. So you think we'll concede? That's fair enough. I actually do.
They have actually got some. They're good. They're quite good at attack. They're just very leaky at the back. So because their defense is weak, you've got to go for it. And yeah, Eddie Howe always likes to cut that team. So I think they might get a goal. So
yeah, I fancy a I'm going to say 4-1. I wanted to say 5, but I'm going to go 4-1 Arsenal.
Wow, you're confident.
Yeah, I am, to be honest. I'm still nervous. I know people go, like, how can you be like, how can you say you think we could have a banana skin? But I've still got it on the back of my mind. But listen, I'm going to go 4-1 Arsenal. But if it does end up being 5-0, just remember I said that, guys. 5-1, sorry.
Yeah.
Just remember I said that because
Yeah.
I do fancy a 5-1, but I don't want to be too confident. So I'm going to go 4-1. But anyway, guys, that's the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching. If you did like it, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and share with everyone. Seb, thank you very much. Also, once again, and I've said this before, guys, obviously go and check out Seb's articles on the Arsenal Lounge. They usually post them every Thursday, Tuesday. Oh,
Well, between Tuesday and Thursday and
yeah.
Friday.
So yeah, just make sure you go and look at them. Obviously, very detailed analysis on something to do with Arsenal, basically. Very, very good to look at, and just sometimes just get a little more of an inside view on what's going on with the Gunners. But yeah, thank you very much, Seb. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I will see you guys in the matchday vlog against Newcastle. Goodbye. Come on, you Reds.
Come on, you Reds.